is going on, everybody? This storm is kicking. The winds are wild. Hello, hello. The winds are cranking tonight out here from this hurricane. This storm is no joke. We're on the East Coast, and these are the winds we're getting. What is up, everybody? This storm is kicking tonight. Big time. We're on the East Coast and it's kicking this hard. We're not even where it's making landfall. This storm is no joke, guys. We had so many tornadoes today, but look at this wind. Can't tell in this video, but man, that's a 40-foot tree right there. Taking a beating. Man, I hope everybody on the West Coast is doing okay. I hope they're making it through this storm all right. As far as I'm concerned, we're on the good side of it, other than the tornadoes we got earlier today. But right now, no rain, just crazy wind, guys. Crazy wind. Oh, I'm sorry you can't sleep, Lizzie. That stinks. I can't either because this wind is trying to take my house and my trees away. So there's no way I can sleep right now. Let's see who else we got. Daniel. I'm in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Unfortunately, we've had over 20 deaths today from tornadoes. The tornadoes have been insane in our area. T, what is up? What are you doing up so late, baby? Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. This storm, the tornadoes it produced today on the east coast of Florida were insane. Right now, we're getting the wind. I mean, we're getting 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a normal hurricane. That's what I've been through my whole life. But the tornadoes today were out of control. So many people died. So much stuff destroyed. It's horrible. But here we are at, I'm not even sure what time it is, this far in, and the wind is ripping. No doubt we're getting gusts of at least 80 miles an hour, if not more. On the East Coast, this is not even the eye. This is the East Coast. Yes, this is Florida. We're on the east coast of Florida right now. The storm's making its way across, but we have had the worst weather all day, especially tornadoes. But now we're getting 80 to 100 mile an hour gusts. I mean, trying to get the best picture I can for you guys. 40 feet tall, and this wind is treating it like it's just twigs on the ground. It's wild. Tayreen, where are you at in Florida? I'm in Port St. Lucie up on the East Coast, and we're getting beat up by winds right now. I don't know where you're at, but I hope you're doing okay. No, I'm not going to die trying to get the best shot. We've got a lot of wind. That's why I decided I'll go live. Let's get some of this wind. Let's get some of this storm the best I can. But no, I'm not in any danger at all. I'm staying safe. Bree, I am in Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's where I'm at. I'm on the east coast of Florida. And honestly, we're not even getting the worst of it yet. But this wind we're getting, this storm has been like the extreme of hurricanes. I've never seen so many tornadoes in my life. Oh, Dre, be careful in Orlando. You guys are going to get this and then some. Be careful. Stay indoors. Go outside. I am outside. Look, that's like a giant 40-foot tree at the minimum. I got some light out here just so you guys can see how the wind's blowing it. And this is the good side. This is the good part of the storm, guys. Yeah, earlier we had so many tornadoes. I think they've confirmed over 20 deaths just in our county, which is St. Lucie County, which is absolutely horrible. But the tornadoes, if you guys get the chance to look up the tornadoes in St. Lucie County or South Florida from today, they were scary looking. I've never seen tornadoes in my life look like that. I've never seen one up close and in person. I've seen water spouts. We get those all the time here, but the tornadoes today were just out of control. They were like dark black and humongous. Yeah, you are going to be at 85 miles an hour, no doubt. We're getting that right now. And this is on the East Coast. I mean, so far, nothing crazy. You guys can see the wind blowing. We got a bunch of branches out in the yard that blew out of the trees. No big deal. But this just started about a half hour ago. So we're really just getting into it. But luckily, we still have power. It's only blipped a few times so far tonight. These are two big maple trees I have in my front yard. I have a third one over there. I know it's dark. You can't really see around everything, but I've got three big maple trees, and then it's too dark to even see that. I have a giant banyan tree. That tree by itself is the size of 10 of these maples that I actually have in the light that I'm recording. I pray to God that the banyan stays where it's at and doesn't fall over, because it is massive. It's a huge shade tree. I don't know, I'm going to say our wind speeds right now 80 to 100. I don't know, you guys tell me when I stick my phone out just a hair. I know it's beating the crap out of these trees. Yeah, the tornadoes today were insane, Alex. Out of control. I'm in Port St. Lucie. That's where I'm at. And the tornadoes, I think I actually caught one on my first live today. I was filming a live, and across the street, in the background, I could see things flying by, and then I heard transformers explode. It was crazy. But yeah, the wind doesn't scare me so much, but those tornadoes today, they were insane. And I'm from Florida. I've lived here pretty much all my life. And the way the skies were today, they were different. Different than I've ever seen. It was wild. Very, very wild. Oh, Gold Side, that's horrible. Man. Where are you at in Florida, Gold Side? Maybe we can get somebody on here that's close to you with a generator that can help you out with some power. I don't know. That's yeah. Thank you, T. I know. They haven't even finished counting everything up, T. And the crazy part is, oh, Gold Side, yeah, you're getting it head on. Guys, I don't know if you can see that, but that was definitely, no doubt about that. That tree was sideways. Wow. These gusts are insane. Oh, Gold Side, I hope somebody can help you out with a generator, get you some power or something. Yeah, it's kicking hard here. And we're that far away from it. Yeah, T, some of the photos I've seen from around here today, and one of them is a landmark, like, I want to say from the 30s or 40s in Fort Pierce. Basically a giant produce stand, and it got completely destroyed. A brand new, I don't think it was Amazon, but one of those distribution centers, a huge one that we just did. We magnet fished behind it maybe 3 or 4 months ago. just ripped in half. These tornadoes today were insane. I've never seen tornadoes like this. Every video I've seen, the tornado was like black. That blew my mind. I don't even understand it. Not even close to it, but Brian, what is up, brother? The wind is blowing. I'm doing my best to get you guys a shot through my front yard. These are 40-foot tall maple trees. And those are probably 50-mile-an-hour gusts. That makes them just kind of bounce up and down, but we keep getting bad ones. Like 80 to 100. They get sideways. That's one thing I gotta say. I didn't know anything about maple trees, but they are strong. They don't lose many branches, I'll say that much. And in Florida, I know maple trees aren't very popular. There's not a lot around, but they were here when I bought this place, so I don't know, they're cool. When winter comes and we actually have our season for about 10 minutes, they get these red blooms. They look cool and then they fall off, and yeah, that's all I know about them. Alright guys, I'm doing my best to keep up with the comments. Vinny, can you sleep over? Dude, come on over. Let's do it, man. I'm having a couple of cold snacks. If you want to have one, take a nap, bro. It's cool. The one thing I will say is the temperature is beautiful out here for Florida. Because all the moisture and the 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's like 70 degrees. That's the best we've had since March. Bob, really? Can we not? T, if you want to handle Bob, please be my guest. Artuk, how are you doing? Pendicar, no, I'm not brave. I'm actually sitting on my front porch. It might not, not as bad as it comes across. It is a lot of wind. Like I said earlier, I'm not scared of the actual hurricane, but the tornadoes we had earlier were crazy, but that weather pattern has changed. The tornadoes went away. And actually for the last hour, so is the rain. It's very dry and just super windy. Yeah, Russell, it is. It's warm, but at the same time, man, it's cooled off over here like crazy. I mean, this is the coolest it's been since March. No, ES, the worst has not passed. We're really just getting started with this. I think till probably 10 in the morning, this is what we're dealing with. We get moments like this where it's calm, and then 20 seconds later, we get a 100-mile-an-hour gust. So, kind of is what it is. Just trying to give everybody a view of what's going on. Cold, like I said, it might be 75, 74. It's not very cold at all. Yeah, T, I know. Yeah, early morning is definitely going to be the worst. This thing is making its way across the state, and it's going to wiggle and bounce and do what it does. But I mean, we've been dealing with this since probably 4 o'clock this afternoon. It started getting bad. And I think at 2 o'clock is when the tornado started because that was some very weird weather. It was raining. It was, the sky was just black everywhere. Yeah, it was bad. Now, yeah, you don't want to come to Ormond Beach, Brian. Not right now. Next week, absolutely. This week, not a chance. You don't want to be anywhere in the peninsula of Florida this week. I mean, look at that. Oh, that was solid 80 to 100. There is branches flying out of that tree I didn't even know were dead. I'm doing my best to get you guys the best shot I can, but man, it's crazy to not even know you got dead branches up in the tree, and then next thing you know, they're all over the ground. Yeah, guys, this is wild. Now, this is more like the hurricanes I'm used to. A little bit drier at the moment. Yeah, I'm being safe, Christy. Thank you for looking out, though. I appreciate that. So far, right now, just big wind. Stuff's whipping around. I'm feeling for the people on the West Coast because they're getting the worst of it. I'm on the East Coast, and we're getting, God, it's got to be 80 to 100 mile an hour gusts. These poor trees are just sideways. I can't imagine what they're getting. They're getting the brunt of the storm. I'm in Port St. Lucie, Ruben. And the last couple of hours, the wind has really picked up. But earlier today, the tornadoes were insane. That weather... I did a live earlier this afternoon, and I think I actually got the start of a tornado on video, and it was creepy. Like the rain that was going sideways stopped and went straight down, and it sounded like constant thunder. I was actually going in the house as that was happening because it freaked me out. Hurricanes don't bother me one bit, but I've never seen tornadoes like we had today. That stuff is scary. Those storms were ominous and black and just out of control. Yeah, we're going to be good here. There's no doubt. It's gotten into, now it's an actual hurricane. The stuff earlier today was like a byproduct that was horrible. Yeah, this is the norm. All these big winds, look, right now, those are easily 70, 80 mile an hour gusts. That's the stuff I'm used to. And you guys can't see. I'm doing my best to show you. You know, these trees are 40 to 50 feet tall. Easily. Easily. You know, and they get blown around like they're grass. Like they're tall grass. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit stronger, Ruben. This thing's going to be going all night long. I mean, really, we're just getting the start of the hurricane. All the stuff earlier, all the tornadoes, that was all kind of like a byproduct of the feeder bands. That wasn't even a hurricane. That was literally just the feeder bands of the storm. Yeah, T, there's a lot of videos on YouTube of these tornadoes today. And when you get a chance to see them, you'll understand what I'm saying. They were like just They were black and huge. It was like nothing I've ever seen. I've seen water spouts and maybe a tornado from the distance, but these tornadoes today were massive. It was wild. It was literally like the perfect storm because I've never seen anything that crazy in my life. That was wild. Like I said, these are the hurricanes. They don't scare me at all. But those tornadoes, wow, they were monsters. Thank you, Twixie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, these are massive trees, and look at it. They're getting blown around like they're nothing. Yeah, I tell you what, I feel for everybody on the West Coast right now. I mean, we're on the East Coast, and this is what we're getting. This is basically the front south side of the storm, and it's dry, thankfully. We haven't had rain for like 2 hours, but the wind is just whipping. But everything we had earlier today, that was brutal. That was so brutal. I've never seen storms like that. I mean, like I said earlier, I think I actually caught the start of a tornado on video. Yeah, guys, it is. Woo! That's probably 100 miles an hour right there. Oh, the West Coast, that's where the storm is making contact, Lon. It's coming across the state. We're on the East Coast, and we're getting the front side of it right now. The West Coast is getting the eye and everything it's bringing from the ocean. So, I feel for everybody on the West Coast right now. Just imagine what I'm showing you times 20 and beyond wet, I guess is the best I can say. It's the storm surge they're getting there, and they're just trying to recover from a storm surge 2 weeks ago. I mean, that storm surge they got 2 weeks ago was insane. And now they're getting another one right behind it. Definitely feel for them. I mean, that's Mother Nature. You know, we could be getting the same thing. You know, unfortunately, it's coming from the Gulf. But there's been many years where we get them off the Atlantic, one after the other, and it's horrible. But it's Mother Nature. What are you going to do? Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's a real bad spot. Actually, Mark, Two Brothers Treasures, he's been down there doing insurance claims. It's bad. It's real bad over there. Yeah, Charlie and Francis all over again. I agree, Alex. It's the same thing. Yo, 37, I believe it. I definitely believe 37. Graph Buzz, that's man, if you guys could have seen the sky earlier today, it was the most ominous thing I've ever seen in my life. And every video of every tornado I saw, they were huge and they were dark, like almost black. It was crazy. It was wild. And I am so grateful that they all missed my house. I mean, guys, I'll do my best to show you here, but I actually live in a legit log cabin in Florida. There's not many of them, not many of us. I'll show you where the logs intertwine. I got a light out there so you guys can see the wind blowing in the tree there. But this is a legit log cabin, guys. I don't know what it'll take, but I do know that most of the houses left standing after Hurricane Andrew were log cabins. Oh, Brian, that's not good. Give it some time, Brian. Don't freak out. Give it some time. Cell towers are getting damaged. You know, don't freak out. Just be consistent. Keep trying to call them. That's all you can do right now. Alex, I was down in Miami 2 days after Andrew. I worked down there for 3 weeks clearing properties. That was insanity, brother. I remember we went down and we went down armed because people were robbing people. We had to go through the National Guard. Woo! Right there, guys. No joke. Wow. That was some serious gust right there, guys. But as I was saying there, Alex, yeah, Andrew was no joke. Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all, Andrew. When I went down there, I worked in Coral Gables, and that was right on the bay. And that place was so level. They had one of those tanks fitted with like a snowplow going in front of us and clearing the roads just for us to get in there. It was horrible. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life after Hurricane Andrew. That was brutal. Yeah, T, exactly. Yeah, don't give up on that, Brian. Just keep trying to call every once in a while. Maybe send some texts. You know how when the weather gets, sometimes a text might get through where a phone call won't. But keep your hopes up. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I gotta say, this storm is special. I've been through a lot of hurricanes. This one is different. And what I don't understand is what was so different about it that all these speeder bands created these tornadoes today. You know, at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they had already recorded well over 50 tornadoes in the state and over 100 tornado warnings. That is like a record of all records. Snowflakes, I'm in Port St. Lucie. I'm on the east coast of Florida. And the wind is ripping. I don't know how it sounds through the phone, but it is ripping. I'm doing my best to give you guys a visual. But yeah, the wind is just ripping, guys. It's crazy. And with something like this going on, I can't go to sleep. I have to stay up. So I figured, why not go live? And hey, there's plenty of people that want to know what's going on. Yeah, Alex. And honestly, I mean, Andrew may be like the closest comparison to what we have going on today, other than it smashed to the Cat 5. But man, the weather today was so ominous and weird, and the tornadoes that were, it was almost like a movie scene. You could look at YouTube, you could look at TikTok, it didn't matter where you looked. There was a tornado in South Florida. And when I say South Florida, I'm talking a 200-mile radius where tornadoes were just popping up left and right. I have never seen that in all my years of living in Florida, ever. With these hurricanes, you get one, you get two, you get three. 5 is on the high side. We had over 20 deaths today from the amount of tornadoes we had just in our county. It's mind-blowing. That is, I don't know. It's something you're never going to be able to figure out. It's one of those things. It's Mother Nature. It's weather. It was literally the perfect storm off of this storm in this area, and it exploded. Guys, there we go. Easy 100 mile an hour. Easy. And we are not even in the worst part of the storm. Oh, it's definitely knocking out the cheap housing. But, James Dean, bro, I'm rocking a log cabin. So I don't know if you'd call that cheap or not, but we'll see. It survived every storm since 1980. We'll find out. Golden Express, thank you. Yeah, we're safe. This wind is a bummer, but nothing compared to what they're getting on the West Coast right now. Oh yeah, bro, 1980. Look at that red cypress right there. That's all I'm saying. Honestly, the one thing that I do have confidence in is in Homestead, after Hurricane Andrew went through, a lot of the houses that were left standing were log houses. It's the weight. I guess it has something to do with the weight and the way they're tied together, that they're good at withstanding big winds. And this baby's dealing with 100 right now. No problem. Oh, Chad, I am so sorry to hear that, brother. Oh, this storm sucks, but the fact that it's following a storm that sucked to begin with, it doesn't make it twice as bad. It makes it like 20 times as bad, because all the ground is so saturated. The water has no place to go. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Snowflakes, you might not be wrong. I gotta say, I bought this house in 2015, and there was just something about this place when I looked at it. Oh, I felt like home. Now, it's 1,000 square feet of log cabin, and another 1,000 square feet of addition, which is T111. That part might blow off tonight. We'll see. But the log cabin, I don't think it's going anywhere. Thank you, Snowflakes. We got the dartboard there. My son loves to play soccer and basketball, so I built that little rail there to hold everything. You can't see it out by the road, but his basketball net is laying on his side right now. I figured I would lay it down before the storm did. But yeah, no, it's different. It's definitely different. When I found this place online in 2015 and came to look at it, I was like shocked that there was even a log cabin in this neighborhood. There's only 3 or 4 in this county that I know of, and as far as I know, this is the least known log cabin. Woo, man, this wind is kicking. Woo! Yeah, guys, this is, we're not even getting the worst of it. This is literally just the first 2 hours of it on the East Coast. Guys, if anybody's watching from the West Coast, please be safe. Stay indoors. Do everything you can to be safe, because if it's this bad here, I can't imagine what people are going through on the West Coast. Yeah, this is pretty brutal, guys. I mean, this is what I'm used to as far as hurricanes go. It's actually very dry right now. I'm surprised. For some reason, we're not getting the rain right now. And I'm not complaining, because we have had rain almost every day for the last 3 weeks. Our ground is so saturated. I was worried about these big trees, but man, are they hanging in there. Oh, Guadalupe, I don't know. That storm was up to 180 yesterday. Today, not so much. But yeah, yesterday, that storm was over 180. Like, they were talking about having to make a new category if that thing got any bigger, because it was maxing out a Cat 5, which is nuts. I mean, maybe, I don't know, man. This storm is different. Very different. The way it's acting, what we're getting. Oh, thank you, T. I appreciate that. I'm just up, T. There's no way I can sleep right now. You know, it's I got a family, kids, dogs. I'm just awake and have to make sure everybody's safe. So if the power goes out, I gotta set up the generator. I mean, I got the generator set up, but I gotta fire them up, run cords, keep everything going. So I figured while I'm up, you know what, I might as well give people a bird's eye view of what we got going on. Oh, Mikey, it's, I promise you my video does no justice for what's actually going on. We're definitely getting gusts of 80 to 100, and I literally have a light up there just so you guys can see the trees, and it doesn't react very fast, so you don't get to see what I see. But yeah, we're definitely getting from 60 to 100 mile an hour gusts. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, imagine. That hurricane was over 180 miles an hour yesterday. That is so wild. All right, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Yeah, the wind. The wind, Mikey, is no big deal. That's like, not so bad. But man, the tornadoes we got earlier today, and when you get the wind and the rain moving that fast, that gets kind of brutal. But man, this storm has been so weird. Not like the average hurricane. I mean, the tornadoes earlier were insane. And I can't believe that just in my county alone, over 20 people died in a 4-hour span. That is insane. Insane that something like that can happen from the weather in 4 hours. I mean, with it not being like a landslide or an earthquake or, a typhoon or tidal wave. Just basically a hurricane coming in, and it created the perfect storm for all these tornadoes, man. It was wild. Bend over was timed out. Yeah, bend over should probably be timed out there. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's one thing I will say, guys. I belong to the magnet fishing community, and let me tell you what, there is no better community to belong to. These are straight up 100% Americans, baby. And they don't play games. So if you get out of line on here, they will kick you off in a heartbeat. We don't play that. We're all family people. All right, Mikey. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing updates as much as I can. Like I said, right now, there's no rain. This is all wind. That's why I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go live because I'm not going to get soaked. When the rain kicks back in, then I'm not going to be able to. But yeah, it is wild. And it just comes and goes. It'll completely stop. And then next thing you know, 80 to 100 mile an hour gust just out of the blue. There we go, see? And the weird thing is, I can hear gusts above my house. You might not see them in the tree, but I can hear them way higher. Absolutely, T. Yeah, everybody be kind. I'm just trying to share, that's all. We don't need any nonsense. Fernando, I'm good. I've lived in Florida pretty much all my life, so no, I'm not scared. Nervous. I have a family, so making sure they're safe is top priority. But scared? No, just a little bit nervous because you don't know what's going to happen with this weather. It has a mind of its own. And the tornadoes we had today were absolutely brutal. I've never seen anything like that in my life, tornado-wise. That was wild. Oh, you're absolutely right, Mikey. Yeah, I'm in a good spot where I'm at. I'm kind of in a corner, backed up against a wall. As you can see, I got that corner coming right to me, so I'm pretty safe where I'm sitting. And guys, I wish you could hear the wind overhead that's not even affecting these trees. It is so loud. It literally sounds like there's a train going over my house that you guys can't hear. It is. Maybe that's the backside of it. I don't know, but it's wild. It is wild. No, it's not cold. It's like 75, maybe 73. So for Florida, that's actually pretty cold. So the AC's getting a break today, but I'm not going to lie. that breeze feels good. You know, unfortunately, it's always so damp and humid in Florida that even when you get a breeze, it's almost like aggravating because the breeze is warm and hot. But the breeze tonight is very, very, very cool. So I guess it's because it's coming off the Gulf. I don't know. All right, Guadalupe, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. A crane flew into the building in 17. I think. Oh, that doesn't surprise me, Alex. Man, the madness coming from these storms is just out of control. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that guy, Lieutenant Dan, that was trying to stay in Tampa Bay on a sailboat again. He stayed in his sailboat through Helene, and he was going to stay again, and the police told him either get off his boat and somebody had him a hotel room, or they were going to arrest him. Which, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that. That sucked because he was really looking forward to staying on his boat. But they call him Lieutenant Dan because naturally he's staying on a boat, but he's also an amputee from the knee down on one leg. So that was definitely an interesting story. Gru, Jacksonville, you guys are going to get that storm surge tomorrow. I hope you're prepared for it. Yeah, as this thing exits the East Coast, man, you guys are going to get some serious storm surge. So be prepared. I don't know how long you've lived in Jacksonville, but I think it was 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. You guys had that bad storm surge. It was brutal. So do your best to prepare, no doubt. Jackson, you're in Louisiana. You're in Louisiana loving it because the storm went this way instead of that way. And I feel you, brother. That's how we feel when the storm goes your way. These Gulf storms are the worst, man. I don't know what they pick up out of the Gulf. I don't know, man, but they are hardcore the worst. Woo! Yeah, guys, we're banging at least 80 mile an hour. And we get these ones every once in a while that are minimum 100. Just ripping through the trees. No, actually, Florida got the last hurricane. It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we got the last one. And it actually skirted up the coast, but what it did is it brought so much rain and water that the whole peninsula of Florida is just saturated. The water has no place to go. Yeah, no, this hurricane ain't crazy as far as hurricanes go. But Jackson, we had over 20 deaths just in my county today from tornadoes, brother. We had a spawn of tornadoes like Florida's never seen. How close am I to the court line? I don't know what you mean by court line there, man. Oh, yeah, I think the last one before that was Louisiana. Yeah, I don't remember the name either. Woo! Damn. Yeah, guys. That one was bumping well over 100. Damn, stuff was flying everywhere. Yeah, we getting them now. It's ripping. For me, Um, Actually, my phone, I can't see the time, but it's probably like 2 something a.m. Yeah, Louisiana, you guys lucked out this time. That storm went right instead of going left, which I'm glad for you guys, man. You guys have been taking the brunt of these storms out of the Gulf. 217, there you go. Yep, that's about right. Yeah, with this live on, I can't see my clock, so I don't even know. Oh, brother, there is going to be so much roof work going on down here. It's not even funny. So, yeah, if you're into roofing, this is definitely going to be the place to be. Definitely. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's the coolest weather we've had in Florida since March. I'm not complaining about the temperature. I'm in Port St. Lucie, Travis. That's funny. My name's Travis also. There's not many of us. But I'm also a Travis. Oh, Cookman, it's 1:18, so you must be, Central Time. Man, this wind is starting to really pick up, guys. Woo! Dang, got stuff flying out of the trees everywhere. They're getting thinned out. That's cool. I ain't got to climb up there and do it. Yeah, we're on the east coast of Florida. Woo! You guys can't see it, but I'm going to turn this way. Nah, you can't see it. Let me try and adjust my light. I have a giant banyan tree that you guys can't see in the video. In the video, all you're seeing is my little maple tree in the front. But guys, that tree is a monster. That tree is 100 feet tall and probably 200 feet around. That's the one I'm worried about. But right now, I'm sitting out here watching the maple trees because I don't even want to know what's happening with that big tree. If you know what I mean. Agent said was Mr. Anderson. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. I'm glad to see there's a good sense of humor out here this late at night, because usually this late at night, it is nothing but weirdos. But I have never been live during a hurricane this late at night, so I'm pleasantly surprised. We got some good folks on here, and I appreciate that. But man, guys, the wind is picking up hardcore. Oh, sweet, Jackson. Glad it's finally starting to get you. I think it came on shore as a Cat 3. I don't know, man. It's been crazy today. Like I said, we got, I don't even know how many tornadoes just in my county. 20 people died today. This storm has been insane. And that was off the feeder bands of the storm. That was before the wind even got here. So, yeah, guys, if you want to look up tornadoes in Port St. Lucie or St. Lucie County or South Florida, the videos you're going to find are crazy. I've never seen tornadoes that big around here. They are huge. They were like black, like the clouds they were coming out of. They were insane. And the amount of people that died today is just unbelievable. we had one that even hit our sheriff's department today, and all the emergency vehicles they had set up on standby for the hurricane, it destroyed the building they were in and dropped the roof on top of all the vehicles. Yeah, this is just out of control. Out of control. So now I'm starting to see some more lightning out in the distance, and that's kind of how it started earlier. Hopefully it just stays out that way. I don't know, this is one of those weird storms where it's coming from the Gulf, but it's so big, it's swirling counterclockwise. I'm only 8 miles from the Atlantic Ocean, and I literally think that the storm is kind of swooping over into the Atlantic, and that might be what's creating all this nonsense. I don't know. I'm definitely not a meteorologist, but something is weird with this storm tonight for it to be this bad and to spawn so many tornadoes. I mean, there was 102 tornado alerts, tornado warnings at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And almost all the devastation came after 5 o'clock from the tornadoes. So I'll tell you what, when they finally get a count on the amount of tornadoes that they think they know about, it's going to be astronomical. It's going to be ridiculous. I don't know, but I wish I could get my shower to that temperature after I get it like boiling hot to cool back off. I would love some Antarctic temperature, you know? That'd be awesome. Alex, that is freaking hilarious, brother. Oh my God. I was thinking the same thing, man. If there was a football game on tonight, they'd have to cut away and show the weather. That might be a first. I don't even know. But yeah, the weather's so bad that, bro, they got to adjust. No doubt. But man, that was hilarious. Bro, I appreciate your sense of humor. No doubt. Man. This is no joke. I don't even think video is doing it justice, guys. I wish it was daylight so you could really see the trees, if you know what I mean. These things are bending over and they are not small. Oh yeah, we have power still, Travis, no doubt. But when we lose it, and we probably will, it's blipped like 20 times tonight. I got 2 generators on standby. We're going to be fine, no doubt about that. And I got some friends that are further north, and my daughter's further north, so if we got power in the morning and they don't, I'm taking generators to my friends or my daughter, whoever needs it. Yeah, that is weird, Travis. They're all at night. But man, This afternoon, I drove home today. I worked in West Palm, which is an hour ride for me. And I left there at 1 o'clock, drove home, and the skies to the west were the blackest of black. Like, spooky looking black. And we had so many tornadoes that came out of that. I don't understand it. And, oh, shoot. Sorry guys, we got big branches starting to fly out of the trees. One just bounced off my truck. Woo, another one. Like DJ Khaled. Another one. Woo, dang. Guys, I wish I had more light so you could really get the view of what's going on, but man, is it kicking. Like I said, these are 40-foot tall trees. You can't see in this video how sideways they are, but they are sideways. Man. All right. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Well, I don't know if it's hell, but it's, man, it's serious. There's no doubt about that. It's definitely letting us know that we're little and the weather is big. That's for sure. I'm okay, Ryan. Where I'm at, I have a covered roof overhead, a good size covered roof. I've showed it a couple times tonight. Live in a log house. Woo, man! I honestly can't wait to watch this back to hear how that sounds, to see if you guys are actually getting the gist of how hard that wind is blowing. Yeah, Smokey, you can hear it? All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know what it sounds like. I'm not like technically advanced, so I don't have a laptop to set up to try and hear what it sounds like, but I'm just on the phone out here. Yeah, I'm not even 3.5 hours away. 3.5 hours if you drive really slow. But literally straight across the state almost. That's where we're at. And that's what we're dealing with. So imagine what they're dealing with right now. I think about now, they're getting the backside of it. And we are getting the south side of the storm. And it is no joke. Is that Dubai? Nope. That's Florida. Yeah, this storm is no joke, guys. Thank you, Sweet Acres. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. Man, be careful, Travis, because if you're 3.5 hours away, you're about to be driving into it. No doubt. I mean, there isn't anywhere you can't get from one side of Florida to the next that's not 3.5 hours away. So please be careful, brother. Yeah, be careful doing that storm cleanup. Oh, it was raining gators earlier, Robert. Big time. That's right, Florida man. For whoever just said Florida man, here we are. What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning? And I'm on hurricane duty on the front porch. Whew, yeah, if you're heading down into this weather, be careful. Man, this is like the most unpredictable hurricane and storm period ever. Ew, Bud Light. Well, hey, that's my flavor, guys. It's okay. If I'm drinking it, then you don't have to, so be happy. Yeah, first thing in the morning is probably way better to head anywhere south of Gainesville, because Florida is beat up right now. Oh, that's cool, Owen. I'm a ball buster too, so hey. Everybody's got their own flavor, and that's mine. Woo, man. I'm actually starting to get a little bit settled because now it feels like a real hurricane with the wind. Not a lot of rain now, but that's going to change in about 2 hours. In about 2 hours, the wind's going to die down, and it'll be pouring, and that's fine. As long as those tornadoes go away and stay the hell away. Man, they were brutal today. I cannot believe so many people died. That freaking breaks my heart. Not only did people die, but landmarks destroyed. Just wow. That was mind-blowing. I expected a good storm today, but that was like over the top. Way over the top. Thank you, Owen. I appreciate that. She's an old log cabin, but we love it, man. It's home. You know what? I had a red stripe a long time ago, and it was tangy, if you will. It was kind of tangy and wasn't my thing. But man, I remember those commercials. They made me want to drink a red stripe too. Ah, that's funny, Alex. That is funny. Evan, listen, I'm not going to discredit anybody's opinion, but man, we had so many tornadoes today. Guys, seriously, if you don't know, take a look on YouTube or TikTok. Just tornadoes in South Florida today. We have had over 20 deaths. I don't know how the government or anybody else can control anything to make something like that happen. Again, I'm not going to discredit your opinion. We all have them. We're entitled to them. And they're all welcomed on my channel. I promise you that much. Whether I believe it or not makes no difference. This storm is definitely odd. I cannot believe the amount of tornadoes and unfortunately the amount of people that died today in my county is just brutal. Alright, T, thank you for stopping in, staying so long, and being the most amazing moderator. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. So, Yeah, anyways, guys, yeah, I'm on the good side of the storm. It's this bad and I'm on the good side, so I am absolutely praying for everybody that's on the bad side of it. Man, I hope everybody pulls through. I hope they didn't get the tornadoes like we did today. They've got enough to deal with. I said earlier, I don't know if everybody was on here, but I think I caught one starting on my live. And I heard a transformer explode, and the weather got really, really weird. And I could see stuff flying through the sky, like not on purpose. Woo! There goes the power. She blipping. That's all right. I got 2 generators ready to go. But ooh, I just heard another transformer explode, guys. Yeah, we're getting into the good stuff tonight, no doubt. Welcome to France. Is this how France is all the time? Man, if this is how France is all the time, I don't want to live in France. Alex, you want to hear something crazy? I have lived in this house since 2015. Before I saw that tornado start today, I saw a hummingbird. I have never seen a hummingbird here ever in 9 years. Yes, sir, Crazy Guitars. Port St. Lucie, Florida, on the East Coast. We're getting the south side of the storm, and the wind is cranking tonight. Yeah, that sucks, you. And I've got, or Evan, I'm sorry. I've got the same problem. I've got a messed up back, and sometimes sleeping is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Sometimes I'll wake up and feel worse than when I went to sleep. It's so bad. Oh, wow, Evan, that's insane. Kind of like this wind right now. That was a sturdy 80 mile an hour sustained for at least 30 seconds, if not more. Woo! Crazy Guitars, the hurricane isn't very harsh, but we had so many tornadoes on the East Coast today. In my county alone, over 20 people died. The destruction from the tornadoes today was unimaginable. Again, anybody, if you want to check it out on TikTok or YouTube or even Facebook, you look up tornadoes in South Florida, it's going to be overflowed with what happened today. And they were the biggest, blackest tornadoes I've ever seen in my life. I've seen lots of tornadoes on videos and stuff like that, but the whole sky was black, the clouds were black, and the tornadoes were like black. It was wild. Oh, are you talking about Lieutenant Dan, the guy that was gonna stay in Tampa Bay? He stayed through the last hurricane, but they won't let him stay through this one. Yeah, this hurricane is, thank God it slowed down. Yesterday, it had winds of over 180 miles an hour. But I think it slowed down to a Category 4 before it made landfall. And what I'm getting right now is Not even the hard stuff. I mean, this is supposed to be category 1, but I don't know about that. Some of these gusts are pretty insane. Yeah, I don't know about the aura. I know that last week it came down pretty far, but not like not more than halfway down the continental U.S. But that was last week. This week, I don't know. It may be something different. Woo! Man, it's cranking. The time right now, we're at 2 something in the morning. A good man he is, but he lost it. Oh man. Yeah, the guy in Tampa Bay, they call him Lieutenant Dan because he's missing half of one leg. And he actually survived the last hurricane staying in his boat on Tampa Bay. He's got a sailboat. And the chief of police ordered him to get off his boat today. And he had to go get off his boat and go to a hotel room, I guess. They gave him an option. Get off his boat, go to a hotel room, or get off his boat, go to jail. It was his choice. Okay, you got 144T, so it's 244 here. Let's see. Greg. Who is Greg? Okay, I don't know about that. Alex, thank you for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it. And we're going to make it through this just fine. But thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Tony, yeah, 11:44 in California. Yeah, you guys are a good bit behind. Or we're a good bit ahead. However you want to say it. Oh, thank you so much, Alex. You have no idea how much we appreciate that, man. It's been slow, all the rain we've had. We haven't even been able to get out and magnet fish. But I promise you, Friday, I'm doing some magnet fishing hardcore. We're going to get some good stuff. And I hope anybody that's here tonight that hasn't been here before, Friday I'm doing some hardcore magnet fishing. In some places where there's been stuff dumped since the 70s. There's no telling what I'm going to get. Woo! Joseph, I'm in Port St. Lucie, Florida, brother. We're getting the southeast side of this hurricane, and man, it is picking up. Man, hopefully we don't get any more hurricanes, Alex. Hopefully this is the last one. That would make me happy. I hope nobody has to deal with it. Not us, not Louisiana, not Texas. Man. Hopefully this is it. 2 in a row, that's good. We're good, right? Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. I really do. We're safe. We're good. Um, I'm sitting over a really large covered porch right now getting this video, so we should be good. SD Polly, I'm hoping the worst passed. We had so many tornadoes today. Just in my county alone, over 20 people died. The stuff that was destroyed is insane. Right now, we have straight wind. We don't even have rain. And I'm grateful for that. I know we're going to get the rain again when we get the backside of the storm. But for now, it is straight wind and it is kicking. Oh yeah, I remember when that hit New York. That was wild. Adam, I'm in Port St. Lucie, Florida, brother. I'm sitting out here in front of 40-foot maple trees just to give an idea of what we got going on. And honestly, looking at my phone, this video does no justice to the amount of wind we're getting. But the stuff flying at me kind of validates what we got going on here, brother. The wind is kicking hardcore. Yeah, brother. Hey, and I hope that Texas stays safe. In Louisiana, I hope this is the last storm for the year, to be honest with you. It'd be nice. I know, man, it sucks. Us in Florida, Louisiana, Texas, man, it's like pot luck through these months. Who's going to get a storm? It's like Oprah giving out cars, except our prizes suck. Yeah, Wikiwachi. Let's see, I'm trying to read your name. Celine Girl 69. Yeah, Wikiwachi is in a rough spot right now. Rough. Rougher than this. If you guys can hear that. Man, this wind is cranking. But my daughter is staying about 20 miles from Wikiwachi right now. A little bit further to the east, thank God. But that whole entire coast is hating life right now. The storm surge. I used to live over there. I used to live right by Wikiwachi. And anything east of US 19 over there, which if anybody's familiar with US 1 on the east coast, US 19 is like that, but on the west coast. So it basically runs right along the ocean, and anything on the west side of it is so susceptible to flooding. And that's what happened this time is, man, that last storm flooded everything on that side of 19. My youngest daughter's best friend, they lost everything in their house from that 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, that's not good. Hopefully this is a drier storm and they don't get it, you know. Thank you, Crazy Guitars. I appreciate that. I'm going to do my best. Adam, I agree. When I say my daughters, I'm a grown man and they are grown kids. I'm in my 50s, so they all have their own families. I've got one daughter on the West Coast. I've got one daughter an hour away from me that's going to get the eye of the storm coming through the east way, but they're in a brand new house. I know they're safe. And I've got another daughter in Oklahoma, and she's just sitting back biting her fingernails right now for all of us. But that's how it goes, man. It's can't control it. I'm always nervous for my daughter that lives in Oklahoma because they get so many tornadoes. Man, she lives right off a tornado alley, and it's like, it's nerve-wracking through the tornado season. Whew. Yeah, and we are just getting started with this. Yeah, Andrew was the worst one out of all those. I went down 2 days after Andrew went through and worked in Miami for a month. And when we went down, we were armed. It was like a war zone down there. And actually, we had to get let in by the National Guard. We worked in Coral Gables, right off the ocean, and that whole area was just devastated. I mean, the few houses that were left was, wow. And I'm showing my age right now. I'm in my 50s, so I was a young buck when Andrew came through. But yeah, that was some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in my life, and going down there through Andrew. And there was nothing like, if you imagine things now, all these electric companies have standby generators and stuff like that. We had none of that back then. Basically, the government buildings had standby generators. Other than that, you were on your own. It was brutal down there. We were in a tent for 3 solid weeks, basically living off the land. But thankfully, we have it a lot better these days. I mean, I've got 2 generators on standby at my house right now, so if I lose power, I'm not even worried about it. Man, I'll tell you what, today was Tornado Alley through here. I mean, literally from basically from Cocoa Beach to Miami, along the I-95 corridor, was tornado after tornado after tornado. I really won't even be able to put it into perspective until tomorrow after I've slept. But over 20 people in my county alone died today from tornadoes. Just in my county. That doesn't tally up from Miami to Cocoa Beach. This storm is going to have a super high death toll, unfortunately. Man, it's scary because that could have been us. You know, thankfully, the tornadoes that were around us just missed us. And the latest toll number I have is our county, over 20 dead just from the tornadoes today. Just from the tornadoes. That was before the hurricane even hit the coast of Florida. That was from the feeder bands. That was from the storms. So the total, I don't even know what that's going to be. Damn, T, I didn't even see that it hit a senior living facility. Oh, that's so freaking horrible. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna suck, guys. That's like, tonight's dealing with it, and that's a great distraction. Tomorrow's gonna suck, man. I'm a guy that's about my community, and once they say how many people perished and what happened, man, it is gonna suck. Hardcore. Well, I wish we had Diddy's baby oil today when those tornadoes are coming through. They might have slipped by and not hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that sucks, T. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be harsh the next few days as they sort through everything that happened here. That's like, I've lived just in this county since 2010, and I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen tornadoes like this. I've lived in Florida my whole life and never seen tornadoes like this. That was very out of control and very unusual, to say the least. Yeah, I don't have a Tesla. I got an F-250. And I don't have to worry about the batteries catching on fire. And she's a big girl, so she ain't getting flooded. She'll start up tomorrow. Woo! Stuff is starting to fly around here, guys. Ha-ha! It's going to be a long night. Ain't no way I'm going to bed yet. No way. Yeah, T, I'm telling you, I have never seen tornadoes like that in my life. They were massive, and they were like as black as the clouds they came out of. That was so unusual. I mean, we see water spouts down here all the time, and you know, usually a tornado here spins off and it's over in 5 miles. These tornadoes were massive. Absolutely massive. These are maple trees. Ugh, I don't know exactly what kind of maple, but they're maples, and that is a massive banyan tree. When I say massive, I mean massive. We're not even getting back to the center. And the shedding all over my room. Uh-huh. Something is watching me. Oh yeah, I am keeping an eye on those trees there. No doubt. That's why I'm sitting out here. The banyan is between my house and the neighbor's house. So I'm sitting out here listening for things to go wrong. I'm not so much worried about the maples. They're like 40 or 50 feet tall at best. They're not going to crush anything, but the banyan tree, and the fact that our ground is so saturated from the last storm and the rain in the last month, that banyan tree could just fall over in either direction. God forbid. Because it is a massive tree that provides so much shade. It's not even funny. I don't know. Maybe the Rivians have something figured out. I know that there was a lot of electric cars on the West Coast 2 weeks ago. They caught on fire. They blamed it on salt water, but I mean, if you think about it, I don't care what battery it is or what electrical current it is. If you cross it with water, water's a conduit. It's going to connect. So I don't know if Rivian has a failsafe that Tesla doesn't, or what the deal is there, but it was wild to see how many electric cars caught on fire on the west coast of Florida after that storm last week. And I'm no electrical engineer by any means, but I do understand electricity and know about it. So I don't know. There may be something there. Yeah, no doubt, T. Woo. Man. I gotta say, guys, this video does no justice to how much this tree is moving. Oh, I wish there was a way to make it more clear for you guys. I guess daylight would be the only way, but I mean, honestly, let me get this light. The banyan tree and the maple tree are actually joining up there. And if I back up and rotate, just to try so you guys can see the size of the banyan tree, it is a monster. But is almost necessary in Florida through the summer. That tree provides so much shade, it's not even funny. Oh yeah, those batteries are insane, T. Even for the older ones, like the little Chevy ones and stuff like that, those batteries are like half the price of a new car. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be hearing chainsaws. And honestly, I need to trim up my big banyan, but I'm not going to trim it up to the point that it doesn't provide the shade, because man, in Florida and living in a log house, like I said, they're not very efficient, unfortunately. And there's only so much you can do with the gaps. Up north they do what's called chinking, but that doesn't survive down here in Florida. If I were to chink it, it would have to be with like a urethane based product, and then it would just be a bunch of buildup and be disgusting and ugly, and I'm not doing that. I'm gonna let it live its life. Oh, thank you, T. Hey, I appreciate you for seeing it for what it is. And you kind of nailed it on the head. That's it. I'm just kind of sharing what's going on. If it brings a little bit of awareness, I don't know. This is just Florida life to me. So far tonight, I mean, the stuff earlier today was... honestly, I'm glad I didn't get any of that destruction on video, because that is brutal. It's horrible. Andrew, nothing happened yet. I'm sitting through the hurricane on the east coast of Florida, and that's what's going on. Yes, Hurricane Milton And we've had a rough day on the East Coast already, and now we're starting to get the wind. We're getting gusts definitely up to 80 to 100 miles an hour. But as far as steady winds, like that, 40, 50. So yeah, it's been a rough day in St. Lucie County. And oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and unfortunately, we had a couple of gas stations around this area I saw earlier that were jacking up their prices. Like, what the heck? They actually dropped them yesterday. That's when I got all my fuel. I got the fuel I needed for my truck and filled up gas cans for the generator. And they'd actually dropped it down. It was $2.99. That's the lowest I've seen it in a long time. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to do my best. Right now, I'm just chilling out and, oh yeah, that's what I'm showing, Sam. I've got a couple of big maple trees in my front yard. And just for perspective, kind of videoing what the wind's doing to them. And right now, they're pretty chill. But man, my yard is filled with dead branches I didn't even know were there. Thank you, Zoot. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, and I'm in Florida. Maple trees aren't common down here. And I happen to have 4. But, let me show you. I actually live in a log cabin. And all these maples were here when I bought the place. I don't know what kind they are, but I will say, when fall comes around, they lose their leaves, and then spring they have red blooms. And the red blooms blow up and fall off. And when they're bloomed in red, they are freaking gorgeous. They're awesome. They almost, I don't know, I can't even describe how they look. They don't look like any other tree that I know of. Oh, cool, Sam. Where at in Florida do you live? I'm in Port St. Lucie. Sandy, what are you doing up this late? Holy cow. And you're on YouTube? What happened to TikTok? Orange Park? Yeah. I've done some work there in Orange Park. You guys are going to be getting some of this stuff too. That's New Orlando, right? We've had a couple of blips, Curtis, but we haven't lost it completely yet. I'm good when we do. I've got 2 generators on standby. But we are literally just getting the start of the storm. And we're getting massive, massive gusts. But the power keeps blipping off and on. Hi, Uncle. Oh, if I'm your uncle, then this must be Samantha. Or Gage. Because I'm not my sister's uncle. We don't live in those states. Haha. Yeah, Chris, we had tornadoes today. In my area, the tornadoes kind of skirted around the edges, and we haven't lost power, but we've had over 20 deaths just in our county today, and that was from the feeder band storms. The tornadoes through here today were insane. I don't even want to see what the total count is tomorrow and the total devastation. It is going to be brutal. Like Canadian orange juice? I don't know. I've never tapped the tree for syrup. Chris Jones. All right. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we're doing our best to get through it. We've got a lot of friends over in the UK. Blistering Barnacles, Right Touch Fishing, Sonic, of course. Yeah, we got a lot of friends in the UK. Thank you so much for stopping by, Chris. We appreciate it. Yeah, the oaks and the acorns, they're messy, no doubt. Tornado at B Road in Loxahatchee with mom. The tornado brought its mom. Actually, Sam, if you look, the tornado, one of them hit Uncle Robbie's old property on C Road and destroyed the first 200 feet of it. He sent me a video of it. It's crazy how many tornadoes were going on down there. Just like up here. The Kitty, yes. We are on the east coast of Florida. This hurricane is coming through, and we've already had mass devastation just in my county alone. And we haven't even got the bad stuff yet. Oh man, T, I wish I had deer that came in my yard. I got bunny rabbits. We got rabbits all over my neighborhood. And I'm always throwing lettuce and carrots and stuff like that out to keep them around in my front yard. Not the backyard, because I got a blue tick beagle and nothing lives in the backyard other than my dogs, as far as he's concerned. Yeah, Adam, winter definitely sucks in Wisconsin. There's no doubt. I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of like a trade-off. You guys don't get hurricanes, but you get frozen for a few months. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a better or worse as far as that goes in this scenario, but yeah, I guess it's more of what you can tolerate, maybe. If that makes sense. Man, what the heck happened to my light? Losing my light here, guys. Oh, it was me. It was my screen. Yeah, you guys have had a good year so far in Louisiana. But you know what? I think you guys got all the hurricanes last year. So basically, it was our turn anyways, right? Yeah, I think my light is starting to yeah, my light's starting to dim down a little bit, but she's been running for almost 2 hours now. Let me see. I can get a little bit of light that way. Yes, this is Florida. This is Port St. Lucie, Florida. Yeah, T, we get rabbits here. We got coyotes a little bit out to the west. No bears in this area, really. I'm going to try and come around here. Try and get whatever light I can get for people to see what's going on. But you guys can see my birdhouse flying around, that's for sure. But not much for the bigger critters. Around here, just rabbits, raccoons, possums, armadillo, of course. You know, that kind of stuff. Field mice. The field mice are horrible out here. Oh. I don't know. Is there a bird inside? Let's go take a look. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Anybody there? Nope. She's empty. No birds. No vacancy. No vacancy during the hurricane. You know what's crazy is I've lived in this house for almost 10 years. And we have a lot of birds visit that tree. A lot of different birds. And, oh, is that a branch? I almost thought that was an animal hanging off for dear life. No, it's a branch. And today, for the first time, I saw a hummingbird. In 10 years, I have never seen a hummingbird in that tree. Yeah, Russell, I don't think they died. I think they left. I think they know what's up. I think they know Mother Nature better than we do, so, you know, that's all. That kind of thing. No, that bird feeder's not going anywhere. You know how many hurricanes it's already survived? That thing's sturdy. Sturdy. But that's also how I know if a hurricane's really bad. If it falls off, I'm going in the house. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that's I actually tied the end of a ratchet strap with an industrial hook around the branch and hung it to it so it can free flow. Let me see if I can get that on video. Can you see the hook? Oh yeah, big strap. Yeah, so she's hanging there by a strap. Man, I feel so bad for everybody in North Carolina just going through that stuff. I wish I could afford to just load up my generators and everything I have to go help them. That is so brutal that nobody can ever prepare for that kind of a disaster. I mean, you know, the crazy thing is we got all this warning for this storm that's coming through. And we're dealing with it. It sucks, but we're dealing with it. But they literally got no warning that that flood was going to happen. It caught everybody off guard. And the destruction that it caused was just out of this world. That's like next level. I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine trying to live through it or deal with it or even have relatives that are going through it. That is so horrible. Yeah, Russell, it's coming right through Orlando, no doubt. It's going to come right through Orlando and exit the Space Coast of Florida. Woo, I'll tell you what, we're getting it good here. I'm all the way on the East Coast, and these gusts are no joke. Yeah, I think they might want to try and recalculate what category that storm is, or they might go back and do it because, man, I have been getting massive gusts for the last 3 hours. Hardcore. Turning these big ass trees sideways. Buck Boys, I'm up in Port St. Lucie. Where you at, brother? Bro, you guys got a tornado today too. My brother's out in Loxahatchee Groves, man. 2 of them went through there, and 1 went through Wellington. Yeah, Jose, we got power right now. But when it goes out, I'm ready. I'm ready. I got that baby right there. And I got that baby right there. So if power goes out, we're good to go. But so far, so good. But I have noticed in the last hour, the lights are flicking. So I hope they stay. But if not, we got generators, so we're good. Man, this storm is crazy, guys. Yeah, I killed my flashlight, unfortunately. I gotta go plug that in. But that's alright. I'll sit down at this end where I got some other natural light. Yeah, me too, Muck Boys. Same thing. They've been flashing, but I haven't lost power completely. Woo! That was a good one. Oh, they flick. That was the biggest flicker yet, y'all. And you guys got to be here for it. Man, they dropped off and came back, but that's all right. I got this generator. I'll fire it up if I need to. Takes your girl. All right, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Again, everybody stay safe. Do what you got to do. Man, yeah, the lights are flicking a lot now, so Probably the next hour or so we'll lose power, but I've got my AC cranked down to keep the house as cold as possible. That way it holds on to it. And, but I'm ready to fire up these generators, plug in the fridge. I got a small AC unit in one room that I can fire up, and a little portable one, run that, keep the house cool, and some lights, and we're good. We'll be good to go. I mean, I think it's inevitable that eventually with these gusts, we're going to lose it. But who knows for how long. The last time we lost power during a hurricane, it was for almost 2 days. But I think that was in like 2016 or 17. Yeah, you saw that, right? Yeah, and when it did, the lights went boom and came back. So we've gotten real lucky. I have heard no less than 4 transformers go today, and I still haven't lost power. So somehow our grid is good, at least for now. I'm thankful. I'm very, 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 very thankful our grid is that good. Yeah. How old am I? I'm old. I'm ancient. I was born in the 70s, yo. Just saying. Oh, I'm not snoring, but I do have a beer. That's the only way to go through this. That's like Florida bylaw. If you're going to live here and the hurricane's going to come and you're going to be the man of the house, you must have beer on hand and stay up all night and handle everything that happens. All right, MF88, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. I'm young enough, T. I'm young in the brain. My body just doesn't agree. Me and Ken are probably a lot alike. When we lock onto something, we're not leaving until we get it. I don't care if it's a damn army tank down there. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to get it out of the water. I see Ken's a lot like that. That's right, Russell. If I had the choice, I would pass too. But that was some good stuff, man. This late at night, it's hard to come across something that's actually funny. Yes, sir, Dynamic Ozzy. We are dealing with Hurricane Milton, and it is coming and going right now on the east coast of Florida. We go from like this, nice and calm and cool, to 100-mile-an-hour gust, and the trees are sideways. No, I'm not going to get out of here. I'm sitting on my front porch, bro. This is Florida. This is how we do it. You ever see that scene in the movie 300 where he says, "This is Sparta"? This is Florida, bro. Yeah, Russell, I ain't gonna lie. There is. When you sit out here and you're in it, and you know you have no control over what's gonna happen other than what you can handle, Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I can't wait to throw magnets with Ken. I'll tell you what, if me and him get together, we're gonna pull up some serious amounts of stuff. I'm trying to train Easton to be a man, and I tell you what, he's starting to get that killer instinct. He won't give up. The safe that we pulled up, that was all him, because he would not give up, because he thought he felt it move once, and boom, we got a safe. I thought it was part of the dock. I was ready to give up, and he kept going. Movie SPT, Florida is bipolar right now. To be honest with you, right now, she's nice and calm. And in 30 seconds, you're going to see these trees bending sideways. That's how Florida is right now. Actually, I don't use boards. I'll show you, Ozzy. That's, man, it's hard to see because of the light. I have polycarbonate screwed over my windows. That way it still lets light in the house, but it's polycarbonate. So it would take something really serious to go through it, but yeah, windows are locked down tight. MF88, that is crazy because there is a guy in Tampa Bay right now. They're calling Lieutenant Dan. Bro, Google search it. He's trying to stay on a sailboat. He stayed for the last hurricane, and now the police won't let him. They made him come off his boat and go to a hotel or get arrested. He's an amputee. He's missing half of one leg. But he already survived one hurricane in a sailboat, and now they're going to tell him that he's not allowed to. I don't know, man. That's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe he knows something we don't. It is crazy. He is a crazy dude, but he already survived the worst storm surge that Tampa Bay has ever seen in 100 years on a freaking tiny sailboat. And now they're telling him he's not allowed to do it again. Like, what the hell? I don't know. It all went south because Jim Cantori interviewed him this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, but all of a sudden people are out there making TikTok videos with him, and you know how it goes. They brought too much attention to what he was doing, and they had to step in, I guess. Yeah, Jose, I was watching that earlier, and it was like, I couldn't believe that they were like, either go to the hotel that the people got for you, or you're going to jail. Like, wow, that's that's pretty crazy, man. But, you know, it is what it is. If he had not got interviewed by the Weather Channel, I bet none of that would have happened. You know, because all of a sudden he was in the public eye. If nobody knew what he was doing, he'd have been fine. But I don't know what Tampa's going through right now and how bad it is. It may be a good thing. He may not have survived what they're going through right now. But, yeah, I don't know. Woo! Boy. Yeah, we're on the far side of this, and we're getting 80-mile-an-hour gusts easy right now. Easy. Bending these maples all up. Yeah, for those of you that can see, I think my best point of reference is that birdhouse. That's not a small birdhouse. That birdhouse is a foot tall by probably 8 inches wide by probably 6 inches thick, depending on what girl you're with and the lies you're telling. But anyways, it's at least a foot tall. Yeah, Aiden, exactly. So that's just for reference as the wind is gusting. I had a light here out here earlier, but it finally died. So we got the birdhouse now for reference. It's crazy, this wind keeps changing directions. It's like that birdhouse is like left, right, then it's coming right at me. Woo! That was a good one. We got chunks flying out of the trees, y'all. Big chunks. Yeah, that's a good gust there. We got some rain coming soon. We've been missing out on the rain for the last 3 hours, but it's coming. I can see the sky back there. You guys can't see it through this light, but the sky is black. I'm just fine sitting out here in this wind, enjoying the breeze, but when I start getting pelted with rain, it's time to go inside, y'all. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, we're hunkered down, Aiden. We got generators on standby. We're good to go. We're ready for whatever it throws at us. Other than ripping off our roof or something stupid like that, which that would suck. I don't think my generator is going to fix that, but you know, we'll have power, right? That's right. Handle your candle. Good one, Jose. Good one. Oh, Jeremiah, that sucks. How are you guys doing in St. Pete? I know you guys took a brunt of this storm. I'm in Port St. Lucie. We're getting the other side of it, but we had so many tornadoes today. More than 20 people died in tornadoes today. Just in our county. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the state. That is just in our county. So I hope you guys are doing well in St. Pete. I hope it took it easy on you, because I know you guys just got the last one real bad. Woo! Dang! It is picking up. Aiden, I hope that's a magical generator if that's the case. If it is, I'm about to put a ring on it. Holy crap, Trop. I used to live on the West Coast, Jeremiah. Jeremiah. And I went to Tropicana Field many times to watch the Rays play. That place lost its roof. That's nuts because they just set up thousands of cots inside there to help. It's like a shelter. It's like a giant shelter. And that place lost its roof. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. That was like a giant Red Cross situation. And now they lost their roof. That's... Woo! Yeah, guys. I know the light's not the greatest, but that birdhouse is kind of the indicator, and it is getting crazy out here. Yeah, Jeremiah, man, I hope you're all right. I hope everybody else out there is all right on the West Coast, man. That is... I know what we're getting here and what we've had, and I can only imagine. We're on the southeast side of the storm. You guys got the direct hit pretty much. All right, I'm glad you got a generator, man. I know a lot of people, we had a few people in here earlier, they don't have generators, I don't know, man. If you're going to live in Florida, that's like one of the first purchases is a generator because it's going to happen eventually, you know what I mean? Oh, T, I'm glad to see you still here. Thank you so much for being such a great supporter. Not just to me, but all the people out here tonight that have come on and stopped by. You know, seriously, you are an awesome human being, and thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. Louisiana, Florida, and Texas. We gotta have generators, man. That's like protocol. Yeah, even if you're a renter, you gotta have a generator because your landlord ain't gonna control your power coming back on. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. We're on our own. Whether you're a homeowner or a renter. In this disaster, we are on our own. And to at least have electricity is pretty awesome. Inga, that's a generator right there. It's basically portable electricity. Woo, man. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm going to head inside. It is starting to get real. I hope everybody stays safe, has a great night, be careful, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.